Hello there, world. Bettina Carey here, and we're live on Facebook. And I'm getting ready to host our weekly We Empower You show. We're live right now, and we're going to shatter glass ceilings right down to the floor. Today's topic is how to skyrocket your business to 6 figures and beyond. I've done it, and I know how to teach it, and we've been doing this for more than a year, 2 years now. We're going to be celebrating our 3rd year in June of next year, and it's going to be an exciting time because as we've grown, you've grown, and we're welcoming both our members and non-members here. This is a complimentary show. You can come anytime, year-round, on Wednesdays, 3 p.m. to Pacific Standard Time to 4 p.m. And of course, we host our annual summit as well. Our quarterly summit as well. And so for those of you who are new to us, I'm your host and founder of We Empower You, the global community, and WeEmpowerYourLife.com, the website. And this is an empowerment movement. I intend on making a lasting impression around the globe, impacting lives all the time. So if you'd like to join us live in the Zoom room, go to WeEmpowerYourLife.com, click on the calendar tab to join this meeting. You'll get the Zoom details. So today's topic, as I said, is going to be really an awesome topic. And so I'm calling all authors, speakers, coaches, mentors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs, podcasters, trainers, and anyone who's interested in entrepreneurship, because this is the place to be. And today we're missing in action Lee Romanoff. We're sending her good wishes to get well. She's not feeling very well today, but she is an amazing and talented millionaire entrepreneur that has been coaching and training us. And I have had the benefit of her training for going on 3 years too. So what do I mean by skyrocketing your business to this 6 figures and beyond? And how is that expected? And how can one do that? Well, when I met Lee Romanoff about 4 years ago, she had told me something that was based in this book that she had written. And it was basically how to get rich by telling people where to go. And it made a lot of sense. You know, if you look at various businesses, they're telling people where to go and they're getting paid for that. And that's big businesses as well as small businesses. Businesses like Facebook and Google and Angie's List and Pinterest, they are all based in this formula called telling people where to go. And it's just a matter of having the right platform. And so Lee and I came together and we cracked this code on generating income for those members that belong here. And perfect members are, for us, is pretty much anybody. You could be fired, furloughed, laid off, or you could be running your own small business. You could have a product, a good, a service, or if you're Lee, she's actually started a website for her dog, and her dog is actually making money for her. So in any event, today's show is really all about how do we crack the code? How do we implement this platform that's based in technology called Income Activator and marry it and put your secret sauce on it so that you can have and welcome in this 6-figure income and beyond. And so I'm going to go ahead and welcome those who are participating here today. We've got Shelly, we've got Troy Thompson, who's the Angel of Freedom. We've got David Krause, and we've got Princess Wakigo Ibrahim Pam. And not sure who's out there on Facebook, but I'm sure I'll be checking in there in a few minutes. So without further ado, I am really going to dive deep into this platform. And I'm going to make it very welcoming. So if anybody has any questions, go ahead and unmute yourself and ask away. You can raise your hand or just start speaking. It doesn't really matter because this is an open forum. And so I asked before I went live on Facebook for our guests to give me an idea of what they were interested in the membership for. And it's vast. It's a vast reasons for being here. But a lot of folks mentioned the community. And that is definitely what we're here about, right? Because we don't believe in going it alone. We believe that you can lock arm and walk step in step with others. And our philosophy really is that, you know, we're stronger together, right? And so together we will go far. That's one thing. And then another reason that people come to the We Empower You community is because of this technology, this platform that has 10 revenue strategies that's built into it. And that is an awesome reason to be here. Another reason, of course, is Lee Romanoff. She is amazing. She has taken her company into the millions. She's done this for many, many more years than I have. And I'm following her lead. I am walking step in step. She's putting down and I'm picking it up, and I've had to get out of my own way because I was the kind of person who believed that I could go far if I worked harder and harder and harder. And I gave blood, sweat, and tears into my work effort, only to come up short for most of the years of my working career. And it wasn't until I met Lee and she pretty much said, I'm going to teach you how to make $1,000 a day every day. And I'm going to teach you how to stop working so hard. And what do I mean by that? So working hard is one thing. I still work hard, don't get me wrong, but there is a form of income generation that is not dependent on the work that you do. It's dependent on the work that others do. And you get paid for generating leads. You get paid for sending business to others under either lead generation compensation or affiliate compensation. And so I've been doing affiliate compensation for many years where someone would pay me commission anywhere, say from 10% to 50%, even as much as 70% based on closing business, where I would actually be instrumental in closing the business and the deal. Whereas getting paid for leads, you don't necessarily close the business, you just send leads. I could be sending leads to, say, an automobile company, or I could be sending it to a dentist's office, or I could be sending it to an attorney. At the end of the day, I'm going to have to let them do all that work because I don't want to do that work, right? And so the amount I get compensated is much smaller. It could be as little as $5. And I, for one, also pay $5 a lead for folks who bring me business. And then if I close the business, I pay you 50%. That's $800 of our $1,599 membership. So these 10 built-in strategies, the platform itself, the community, and one person always brings this up, and that's Mia Tepper, and she says it's the perfect blend of altruism and business, because we're not here on this planet just to make money and to go buy what we need for our retail shopping experiences. We're actually here, at least I believe, to make an impact on the world so that those funds can be used not only for what we need and want in life, but also so that we can be philanthropic in our efforts and in our endeavors and leave a lasting impression on the globe, right? That's all what motivates me. And interestingly enough, there's all kinds of examples, both large and small, of this community blending that business with the altruism. So if you're looking for a community of support, a community that really is working towards impact on the globe, then you've come to the right place. So I would like to open up the mics and have folks ask me questions. You've got various levels of experience here. We've got Angel of Freedom, Troy Thompson, who's been with us for nearly 2 years. He probably has more answers than questions at this point. We're welcoming Robbie, who's just joining us here. And we've got, of course, everything in between. So whoever wants to either raise your hand or open up your mic, I'd love to take any questions that you have been generated from some of what I've said so far. Don't be quiet, everybody. I'll start calling on people now. All right. Well, of course, Angel of Freedom, you're going to get called on first because you're the most senior person in the group.
I'm thinking Robbie may be about to ask a question.
Oh, okay, there you go, Robbie.
I'm sorry, I jumped in late. I had another call, so I'm not quite sure what you had said before in order for me to answer questions. So
okay, well, let's have Troy go, and then maybe you can follow. What I did was I presented a little bit about some of what the We Empower You community is all about, and how we're generating income that can go to 6 figures and beyond. And I'm now inviting questions that you might have, related to the We Empower You community, related to the revenue strategies that we have built in, related to Income Activator and how it all works. And then I can explore in a few minutes how you can generate this 6-figure income that is so available to one and all. So Troy, take it away. Ask me anything you like.
Well, so putting my mind in the point of view of someone maybe where this is newer is, what does We Empower You provide that allows me that, to both the, what was it, the affiliate referrals and just simply me getting paid for sending leads?
Yes, that's a really good question. And so we're based in technology, right, Troy? And so the technology itself, the We Empower You global platform, that is Income Activator platform, that is the technology that launches every single business owner. So I'm going to go to the website and share my screen with you so that I can go ahead and show you our website, and then I will speak into your questions. So
Uh-oh. Can everybody else hear me?
We can hear you, but
Yeah.
Bettina seems to be
Yeah,
frozen.
something happened
Frozen.
when she changed to the screen share. She
went bye-bye.
yeah.
You're frozen, Bettina. Don't know if you can hear us, but we can't hear or see you.
I've never seen this happen.
Well, maybe I jinxed it when I came on. Oh, she has to.
Okay, so she had, yeah, maybe her
Oh, she
computer
made
froze.
David the host.
Yeah, I'm
so that
wondering
he
if
can
maybe
let
her
her back
computer
in.
froze or something, so she's gonna sign back in any moment.
Mhm.
Would be my guess. Have you been on before, Robbie?
No, this is my first time.
Okay, how did you hear about Bettina and We Empower You?
We're part of Global Women.
Okay,
So she was on a Global Woman call. So I decided to kind of see what she was talking about.
very good. Great to have you.
Thank you. Do you know how long the meeting typically lasts?
Yeah, usually about an hour. It can go longer. She's usually willing to stay longer if people want to ask her more questions and so forth. There she is.
Okay.
You're muted at the moment, Bettina.
thank you for taking over. My computer completely crashed and burned when I went to share my screen.
Yeah, I had
So-
that happen to me before as well. It just crashed when I shared, and I had to come
Yeah,
back
and-
in. Yeah.
Yeah, and unfortunately, let me just make sure I'm actually also still recording on Facebook and that I'm live, and welcome Ingrid. Yes, I'm still live, yay. So I am going to attempt to share my screen, and you'll have to take it away again if that happens. Troy,
Okay.
let's see here. I tell you what, why don't you share your screen, Troy? And that way there's no chance in heck that will happen to me. And I'll answer your question. So for those of you watching on Facebook, that's the challenge with technology, right?
Right. Oop, and what do you want me to open up?
Go ahead and open up just the website itself.
The We Empower You?
Yeah.
Okay. Whoops.
And you've got sharing permissions there.
Okay.
Wonderful. Or wunderbar, as Ingrid would say. All right. So when you come to the We Empower You, yourlife.com website, okay, that's the We Empower You community. You come to our homepage, and as you scroll down for me, Troy,
Yep.
there's all of the membership revenue opportunities to create this annual income defined in there. And it includes joining the membership itself, creating membership revenue, and coming to these marketing meetings. These are essential to your success because we give you the keys to the kingdom, we give you instructions, we give you marketing, and you get to meet a lot of people over the course of the year, not only at these meetings, but on our quarterly summits, which last 12 hours, and hundreds of people, over 1,400 people have been welcomed into our summits. So we drive leads to you, so to speak, and that's something that's very valuable. Next, you can go to the We Empower You membership. And this is the core model that we have, right? You could call it a subscription model. You can call it a membership model. But at the end of the day, what folks have discovered is that when they have a subscription service or a membership service that's built into their service, they can then execute on a quarterly basis, a monthly basis, or an annual basis these terms with their customers, and it generates income while they sleep. It generates income year round, every year, as long as you retain the customer, right? As long as you retain the business. And so if you scroll down, you'll see we've entitled this Business in a Box to generate your online income. And we've put together this very valuable package. It's at some point hit over $30,000 in value, and it comes for just $1,599. We're not a franchise, but you'll see some similarities in that because we do teach you and train you on everything you need to know. And we put it all in this box, and we put it into another program that it's our payment solutions program, because what we found was, by and large, anyone who was fired, furloughed, or laid off or looking for a sidekick may not have the saved up $1,599 to put into any business. And so we put together a program that we call Just Say Yes. So go ahead and click over to Just Say Yes. And this was inspired by February 22nd at 2:22 p.m. when I launched it. And what I wanted people to be able to do, for those of you who are watching on Facebook, as well as those who've made it to this live meeting, or those watching the recording later, is to just go into your heart and ask yourself, do I want to be a part of a greater community who's working collectively together? Do I want to be a part of having a regular income coming in the door on an annual basis or a recurring basis, there I don't have to do all of the work? Then if that's the answer and it's a yes, then we are a yes too. And we give you 90 days. We give you the keys to the kingdom. You can go back in the back and work every part of the program to your heart's content. On the 90th day, we simply ask you to decide, are you going to stay? Are you going to go? Are you going to be paying monthly? And there's a little bit of a fee that PayPal charges, so you'll pay a little bit more. Or are you going to pay all at one time? And last but not least, the best way to pay, though, is to bring and invite two people, two of your friends, to our community who want to join and pay the $15.99. And that essentially pays for your membership, because we pay 50% of every membership that comes in the door through another member or even an affiliate. We pay them $800. So you essentially could cover your membership just by inviting two friends who pay, and your membership is therefore covered. It takes 2 minutes to complete our form. It's a very short form there on the right. And it takes 2 business days to get your site fully sent to you. And as an example of this site, I want you to type in another browser for me, Troy, and thank you so much for your generous support on this day. And put in skyhighincome.com. This is one of our latest members that's joined, Mr. B, who's out there, and hopefully he's going to be watching. I'm going to be featuring his site, and you'll have to share again. It popped out.
Yeah, I just closed it so I could get to the, now it's, one moment, please.
Okay. Yeah, so he just joined. He is in the U.S. Postal Service as his employment. He is very much like David, who's looking for something new to do, some way to generate a recurring income, so that when he does retire from 44 years of career, that he has something else to land on, right? So this is his site. And what you'll see is that he has the homepage. Excuse me. He has the business in a box page. He has the revenue page, the marketing meetings page, the store, and the contact page. So everything that I have, he has. But just like the website, weempoweryourlife.com, he can grow that site. He can have his own directory. He can, of course, expand the products that are in his store. So if you click on any one of these, Troy, and it's going to look similar content, but it's his site. And because we're replicating this model throughout our various businesses, I have the opportunity to have come together with Lee. And what I put, my secret sauce was the summit, speaking at the summit as a member. Also, I put in there exhibiting on our app. So I combined my secret sauce, which lots of people were at the time and even now are looking for places to speak and to hone their craft of speaking. And I created that platform and I blended it together with this membership platform. Now, what is Mr. B going to do? That's yet to be decided. We have another member who's going to be doing acting, coaching lessons. It's everything in between. Troy, let's bring up what you're going to be doing. And if your site is up and running, let's show your site. And you can explain what you're using the site for.
Well, mine's a little different. I think at the current stage, I don't think mine's a good example.
Okay.
You have no one you'd rather pick?
Well, let's see. I don't think we have any other members here. And I was looking for a member to show. But let's move on from there. Let's go back to the share screen. And I want to go ahead and poke into the store that Sky High Income has in it.
Well, that's so funny that, I've done this numerous times and there we go. Okay. And the store.
Okay. Yes. And just go into the store.
Yeah, I'm on the store link.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Scroll down a little bit. There you go. So every one of the sites has this $15.99 package in it. And for example, Ingrid Pap Sheldon, an exclusive photographer that I work with nobody else on the planet. She actually could create an entire store of packages and put them in her site as an example. We've got Princess Wakigo, and she has various meetings. She has memberships, some paid, some free. Those could be in here as well, because you can put free things in your store. Not everything has to be something that you sell. Some things could be just of value. And let's go back to weempoweryourlife.com so you can actually see a directory. And then I'll show you a few more pages that I've added to mine. And what's really great is that Lee has all of these templates built out. So when I want to be a speaker and solicit being a speaker, she has a template that's looks like a speaking template.
What link?
Let's see here. Let's go to, let's see. Let's talk a little bit about the affiliate piece as an example. So I have built into my program, I have an affiliate program. I described it somewhat earlier, where I pay 50% of what I bring in to an affiliate and or member. Scroll down just a little bit more. That's how folks can earn money. There you go. So that's an extra page that I have. Now, if you scroll down to the bottom, I have a ton of other pages. I get invited to speak. I have podcasts. So if you click on the left underneath my logo, there's media and podcast interviews. So all of these pages, because I have a lot more pages than Mr. B does, have been created in the same exact platform. So I have all of my media podcast interviews that I want to highlight, not all the ones I've done, but just the ones I want to highlight. You can scroll down a little bit further again. I founded We Empower Africa down at the bottom, and I'm doing a little bit of fundraising for Sarah and her son Godwin in Uganda. And there was a little bit of a tragic story there this last week where he was He got burnt with some hot water, boiling water. And so he had to have some medical care. And so if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, then down on the right, keep going all the way down. There you go. On the right, you can go to the Go Fund Africa. And this is my philanthropic journey, right? So I continue to raise money using this particular aspect of it. And then let's go to the directory. And you'll have to scroll down because I think we've put the directory down at the bottom as well.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah. So if you scroll down, so this is like my Angie's List, right? So I have trusted people that I am encouraging folks to do business with, and including Lee. So if you clicked on Lee, you would go to Lee's site and so on and so forth. And I need to put you in here in the finance section, Troy. So all of these pages have been developed with templates. So I never had to start from scratch. It was all kind of available to me. Some of the images I've not changed out. They were good images, I thought, and I'm not going to be, reinventing the wheel. I don't want to take the time to reinvent the wheel, but if I wanted to change the picture out for, say, health and wellness, I could. At the end of the day, what we're trying to teach people is to do what you're normally doing. If you sell a service, great. If you sell photography, great. If you sell a book, or you're coaching or you're speaking, keep doing that. But take a portion of your effort and put it into sending business to a membership that has your secret sauce blended into it. And that way you'll get this recurring income that we're talking about. You can go ahead and stop sharing, and then I'll invite some more questions. Thank you so much, Troy.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Appreciate that. All right. And I see Barbara Ozeda has also joined us, and so has Ingrid. And Ingrid, your mic is open. Ask a question. Also, before you ask your question, tell us a little bit about yourself, because I know that you and I have been joined at the hip, but folks may not know who you are.
Are you talking to me, Bettina?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Hi, I'm Ingrid. I'm a photographer. I photograph, work a lot with business people. Bettina, I know Bettina for many years, and I was so impressed with her spark, I would say, with her inner light. Anyway, and so we did so many photo shoots together. I cannot count them. And we did book projects. So we did 2 cookbooks together, and events and all that kind of thing. So I enjoy working with business people and bringing out what their special inner light is and what they have to offer, and to have that expressed in an image. Yeah.
Fantastic. And of course, you're part of our community always, for anybody who's interested in having an amazing photographer. And by the way, she's doing remote photography, which is the coolest thing since sliced bread, as they say.
Yeah. So
I can't wait to have a session with you.
Yeah, we have to do that, Bettina. It's so I can.
It's time.
People when they are still in their own environment, and they might be in Paris, they might be in Washington. I'm in Seattle, so yeah, that's all possible. Anyway, if you're interested,
do you have any specific questions about how this works, how the membership works, or even? No,
the thing is, I'm just kind of coming out of the, I'm showing up myself. So I'm practicing showing up because we all were hiding, I think. And so I'm getting used to showing my face, and I'm very interested about this. So, but I feel I need to first cover some basics in my own business. I'm behind on my website, stuff like that. So I want to get a little more basis going there. But I really enjoy figuring this all out and seeing everybody. Yeah.
Well, because I believe, as Master Nigel Henry teaches, although he wouldn't like the word teach, that your voice is your moneymaker, you have an opportunity, you have an audience here. And I want to just go ahead and real quick ask you some questions about what's changed in photography as it relates to COVID, and your business, obviously model changed somewhat because you were shut in for quite a while, and you came up with, hey, I got to do business still. How am I going to survive? And I think you did something that was unexpected and brilliant, and you're really, really good at it. So share a little bit about your journey from COVID to now.
Oh yeah, I mean the first very practical thing is I had a studio, and we because everything had to happen outside, so we built a studio in the backyard with a big tent, 10 by 20 tent and 10 by 10 tent with open walls, and that worked for 2 years wonderful, and people enjoyed it. So in the sun and being in the garden, and you know, the cat walking through, and and being a little more safe, you know, so, and it was beautiful light, so that was a very practical thing. But then also getting this virtual shooting going, which is basically through the lens of your phone, and it's with a certain app, and my husband, he figured it all out. There are some little technical things, but and that also on the photography level, but also because we are all now online, and we got so used, and I got so used now finally to deal with this whole Zoom thing, and to create a personal connection while we are on Zoom. I find that totally amazing. That's one of my discoveries. I was a little skeptical about that, I think, and hesitating, but still the personal connection works even on Zoom, you know, that's for me amazing. And so the photography also can happen through that. Of course, person to person is always a different story, and but we do a lot. I did photo shoots with Paris, as I mentioned, and we just do with a company 14 people who don't want to come. You know, they don't want to spend time. They don't want to spend 3 hours getting out of the door, going the highway, coming here, even if we have a nice studio now in our house, beautiful studio, and parking in front of the door. That's all very convenient. But so people just don't want to spend the time. That's one of the one aspect what makes it better for the people. They don't want to spend 3-4 hours spending on that. But then the other thing is, I think what COVID changed, I would say, we all need more pictures. You know, I think it's a visual part of how we're showing up. It's kind of more. We need more pictures. So
yes.
Yes,
I've milked all of my pictures from 2013 to what they're worth. It's time.
Yeah, Bettina.
2013 was our last shoot. Thank goodness I've aged really well.
But oh yeah, we all
very
can
much
applaud
time.
that, I think.
And it looks like Troy's going to have to leave us. What are your final thoughts here, Troy? Let me pin you up here too.
Oh, final thoughts?
Yeah.
Well, I say final thoughts. Take a look. Everyone can go to weempoweryou.com, and within there, obviously there's a difference between reading it myself and having an explanation from Bettina, but a tremendous amount of, you know, kind of what is there, the value, the opportunity, all of that is there from the website. So that's my suggestion for anyone who might be new, it's a new experience, is just go there or call me. Call Bettina, call me. I'll put my contact information in the side here. I might be able to pop back. Something unexpected happens, so we'll see what happens.
Okay. And bye for now, Troy. I will also say my piece about you as you're parting here. So I'm working with Troy on my family's affairs, and to make sure that they're all handled when it comes to their insurance needs. And so I'm grateful for your suggesting that I do that as a grandma. And thank you so much for that journey. It was not something that I ever would have come up with on my own. I never thought about it that way. I only ever thought about leaving them something from my own life insurance. And so thank you for bringing that to my attention. And thank you for helping us out here today with our technology. So I'm going to bring up the Pap Sheldon website and hope that I do not get kicked out. But if I do, you have sharing, I believe. Oops, let me put that sharing, and then you'll have to take over, Ingrid.
Oh, I wasn't prepared.
Okay.
And
all right.
And we all say my website needs some new updates, but I think, yeah, anyway, people.
Okay. Well, it looks like I landed it. Can you
Yeah.
see your website? How beautiful it is. This is not a website from the We Empower You community, but I could show you essentially what we would do for you, Ingrid. So this is her site, and this is, you know, she's got a lot of content that takes up a lot of valuable space, and I'm not sure what you're paying for now, but these are some of the people that she's done photography for that have ended up in the media. As well, she has a publicity portfolio link for folks who are looking to get publicity, and having a really great headshot is key to your success. Sorry, I'm going so fast here, Ingrid. Jump in anytime with a comment about your work. These are some really great examples. And man, a picture's worth 1,000 words, as they say. And every one of these people, you can see that light bulb moment when she captured their soul and into the photo. At least that's what I say. And I am, when you go to weempoweryourlife.com, so if you have an existing website like Ingrid does, we can incorporate it into your We Empower You site. So your URL stays the same, just as it is, pap-sheldon.com. And if you want to know something about me, for example, on another website that I have, it's Bettina Carey Productions, and it lives on a different platform, but it's right here also in the weempoweryourlife.com website. I also have About Bettina. So this is, again, just about me here. This lives right on my Income Activator site. So we can kind of go back and forth between people who have sites and people who don't have sites. Folks like Troy have some compliance issues. So they have to make sure that their website comes into compliance. So oftentimes those industries, they will give you a website that they know 100% is compliant. We, again, can put it onto your own Income Activator, weempoweryourlife.com website. So that is a little bit about that. So I'm going to take the pin off of Ingrid. What's any last thoughts before I take the pin off of you? Ingrid?
Oh,
Final thoughts. How can people get a hold of you, for example?
how what?
How can people get a hold of you?
Yeah, my last name, PAPE hyphen, you see it, PAPE hyphen SHELDON.com. That's so basically my website. And if you type in my name, you always find me anyway. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. And then a couple of other folks have joined us, including Barbara Ozeda and Lori Sagawa Whaley. And I am going to have one or both of them say hello. Barbara, you look like you're a movie star. Where are you from now? Are you in Denver?
I'm in Denver, and I'm outside at football practice. So yeah, so I'm all bundled up, you can see. And but I just wanted to say about the community. I think is, as a solo entrepreneur, it's scary to be in business for yourself. It's lonely at the top, as they say. And I think the community of We Empower You is a safe haven. You have your weekly meetings, you have office hours. So there's always somebody that you can talk to or just belong to. And I don't know if you can hear the guys in the background.
I was gonna say, how is Ozzy doing is what I want to know.
Oh, yeah. No, he's good. He's a freshman playing varsity. So he doesn't get much playing time because varsity kids are, a little bit stronger and stuff, but it's all good. So I just wanted to jump on, the timing is hard for me because I'm in Denver and practice is from 4 to 6. So right when you start, he starts. And I ran into my garage as I was leaving, and that's why I'm late. Because as the garage was opening, I was pulling out and it ended up clipping the top of my car. So I had to do some maintenance, but everything's good.
Thank you so much, Barbara. It's always great to have you.
Thank you. And it's good to see you, Ingrid. And I'll get back
Yeah.
to you, Lori.
Yes, great. Okay, and Lori, I'm going to put a pin on you and you can introduce yourself and give us a little update. I know you had, you either have or had something that was big this week. So share a little bit what's happening.
Oh, actually, tomorrow I'm going to have a live, my second, or maybe second and third live on Facebook. And the last time I had to do it all by myself. And so, but I did it. And then Friday I have a upcoming webinar coming up. But I'm going to be, I'm starting to gather an interest list of people wanting to go to Japan next year.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah.
Barbara,
Right.
was that music to your
Yes.
ears to hear that?
Yes. That's what we need to talk about. I don't know if
Right.
I'm still on mute, but yes, Lori, I would be interested.
Okay.
And can you give us a little bit of a thumbnail, Lori, so that folks out there watching can know what you're up to?
Okay, well, what I could do, but I don't have, I could show you the tour I had planned for October 2020, and everything that at that time came down. No one was flying, no one's going anywhere, but people seem very interested in that over my coaching. I do samurai coaching, and it's in 3 parts: finding your ikigai, your purpose in life, and then the code of Bushido, which is the honor code of the samurai. And then the last part is to never give up. You know, that's what the samurai did. They never gave up. But I'm also very passionate about taking people to Japan, because I've been there. I think my husband thinks 10, I think maybe 9, but I speak enough Japanese.
Always the conservative, right?
Yeah,
So,
right.
Lori, can you bring up your website, loriwhaley.com, and got sharing
will.
permissions?
Okay, sure.
I tried it and it said snap.
Oh,
So
really?
I'm
Interesting.
here with my mom in Austin, Texas, and the Wi-Fi is a little sketchy here.
Oh,
So
well, you know, on my, I haven't had a computer for a while, and then my the tech guy said loan me his, so I don't know how, and not everything's working.
okay,
Let's
see.
see.
We'll
Yeah, it does come up.
okay, great. And then hit the share button and select it's loriwhaley.com. That's
There we go.
LORIWHALEY.com. Fantastic. And this is another example of a lot more customization on Lori's site, similar to mine. I have a lot of customization. We took advantage of Lee's services so that Lee helped us with our sites. And if you want to go to the events section, that's probably where you had some of that description maybe.
I don't, that has
Oh,
to
it's
be
gone?
updated.
Okay.
But this is the image I'm going to put for is Japan on your bucket list. And so that's
Okay.
what I'm going to do. That was taken in April 19, and I went there in preparation for the tour I was going to do in 2020, which never happened. I haven't
Right.
been there since 19.
Well, let's stop making excuses and let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen. Right. I'm starting to form an interest. You know, and I'll be sharing more in my samurai community. And I'll just put the samurai community information in the chat, because
Yeah.
that's where I put a lot of my information, and it's
Great.
photos. And Tina's been doing some reels, so there's been more videos on there than there is on my website. So samurai communities where I have a lot of information. I will put that in the chat.
Okay, fantastic. Go ahead and stop your share, and then I'm
Okay.
going to remove your pin and go to Robbie, who's got her mic open.
Yeah, I just had a couple questions. One question I had for Ingrid. Did she say that she does photography through Zoom? You're on mute, Ingrid. You're on mute.
Unmute.
Okay, there we are.
Yeah,
Sorry.
did you
Yeah,
say-
we did it in the beginning through Zoom, but the quality is not so great. So the
Oh.
quality is much better to do it with a phone, and especially the iPhone. The camera of the iPhone is really good, and so it's with an app. So the person to be photographed will download an app, and we can access that phone through here through the computer. And but we prepared very well because it's still about the light, it's about your posture, and then we have the background, and usually we replace the background. So we do it with a green screen or a blue screen, and we replace the background so it can in the end look like as if you're in a real environment, you know. Yeah, that's basically it. So it's not the Zoom, it's through the phone.
Through the iPhone. Oh, but it has to be an iPhone.
Oh no, Samsung works too, you know, but yeah, that works too. But the newer the better, because they always improve the lens.
Right. Yeah. So do the person have to be in front of a green screen, or you add that they just take the...
Oh, it depends a little bit. It depends. So we meet beforehand on Zoom. And we figure it all out. And sometimes the natural environment, if there is a clear wall behind them, that works, you know. And sometimes we send them something like, you know, it can be, or they get at the dollar store a $2 or $1 green plastic, you know, tablecloth, green tablecloth, or a blue tablecloth, or even a bed sheet works, you know. It just has to be a different color than the hair. And because it's all about made to in a natural way to cut out the hair, and then we replace this with a background. And for example, I photographed in Boston last year. I was there in person, 40 people or something, and then being here, and they wanted to have more images. They had new people, and so we did that this way, and we did some photos from their office and put it behind them. So they all look very similar. And that's quite amazing how that can look natural. And there are certain tweaks. It's to make it look natural, implementing a shadow or something like that. And but it's still all about the light. It's all about the posture. And but I would say it works remarkably great. You know, if you don't want to leave the house, if you cannot leave the house, or if you if you feel how should I say that, if you don't want to look for a photographer in your own environment, you know, in your own area, stuff like that. And yeah, anyway.
Well, I'm gonna check out your website and then
do that. Or we can also, you know, if you want, we can also meet on Zoom and just talk about things and without any obligation. Where are you located?
In Chicago area.
Yeah. So yeah, there is a little time difference, but that's still okay. You know, we did it with Paris, and there is 9 hours time difference.
Yeah.
So it's all possible. Yeah.
I'm
If you feel like it,
time.
you know, contact me. We just can meet on Zoom for half an hour or so, and we just talk about things. And
sounds good.
Be an option for you. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Great. Thank you.
I'd like to make a little comment about this. So one of my pet peeves is at work that people do not have profile pictures, and it's really so. I work, you know, locally, but at Common Spirit, which is a hospital chain all over the country.
Oh, okay.
And so as we're talking here, see, what I'm thinking is, if I was out there promoting people to get profile pictures, I need to funnel them somewhere, like to photographers like you. And
see,
perhaps,
and this is a natural conversation, right?
Yep.
David, your Ingrid could be in your directory and Ingrid might have a lead program for you, like pay you for just leads, like just volume.
Right, exactly.
Or she might have something that she pays commission, more of like an affiliate, like we pay commission, we also pay for leads. And you could start generating an income just by focusing on photographers and headshots. If this is a pet peeve of yours, go for it. You know, go for it. Ingrid will, I'm sure, work with you on some level to get business. And you know, she's however young she is, she's not going anywhere.
Well, yeah. So I mean, my business might be doing research to generate leads, right?
Yes, and any one of our members, like Troy, would be interested in leads. I'm interested in leads. Ingrid probably would be interested in leads. And it's all about us bringing connections to other people. That's how we can generate the income without having to do the work. Let Ingrid do the work. That's her deal. Let Ingrid do the work. She'd be more than happy to pay you for a lead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking about like Lori's talking about the samurai stuff. Well, you know, I was just listening to a podcast that I have a friend of mine trying to promote a book, and it's and she's promoting her podcast as a ninja related, you know, woman, right?
You might want to interview Lori. What a great introduction that could be, right, Lori? She'll take that.
And so I think, yeah, I mean, I really like your idea of networking and possibly. So, I mean, kind of where I was thinking about is if my time and energy might be in researching an area, trying to promote, you know, myself to basically get people who are interested in stuff and then funnel them to the.
Right. Yeah.
Know, I mean,
you're in a perfect position because you're not sitting around having a business that you're running and providing a service. And so you can literally take this engine and run with it. And you don't have the obligation of delivering any of the services. That would be brilliant. Now I see that Lori has her hand up, and Princess Wakigo actually had opened up her mic quite some time ago. So I want to bring them into this. I'm going to add a pin to each of you and bring you into this little world here. We'll start with Princess Wakigo if she wants to unmute again, and then we'll take Lori's other question. Princess is in Seoul, Korea. There you go.
Wow.
Great to have you.
Thank you. Sorry, I was in another meeting, so can you refresh me so that I can?
Yes, so we're talking about all the ways that you can generate income, you know, with just sending business to other people within the community and this network. And that's really where you can take your business model to this 6-figure and beyond level. When I first founded We Empower You, getting to 6 figures was a haul. Every single time I ran up that hill, it was really a slog. And what happened when I founded We Empower You was that within 8 weeks, I generated $25,000 in new income, not my regular income. And then within 6 months and 1 week, I generated 6 figures combined, both leads, affiliate, and doing some of the work. And that was the first time I had accelerated the speed in which I was generating my income. And so this is a formula for success. So what did I start with? I started with 0 members. I came with my secret sauce was that I had this summit. I put that secret sauce together with the technology, the Income Activator platform. I offered it as a package, and the package initially was speak at the summit when you're a member. And I got 20 people right away to sign up. We weren't $15.99 at the time, by the way, we were $7.20. So to get to 25,000 took some other sales. We had half of that group also bought Lee's mentoring program at $2,500, and Lee pays $500 commission. And if you close the business, if you don't close it, she pays $250. And then the other $250 goes to whoever closed it. So at the end of the day, that is how you can generate income. You can generate it through our 50-50 partnership that we create. You can generate it from other members who you become friends with, who like Ingrid might be able to do with David. You can do it with us directly. I mean, it's all over the map, but at the end of the day, the checks come in from various places. So you develop what's called multiple streams of income. And then your eggs are not all sitting in one basket. I mean, Barbara, who's not here with us right now, she had a jet, but at the end of the day, Barbara's entire business fell to the floor, right? Literally, she's in the event business, and every single one of her programs that she'd worked years to put together had canceled. And when they canceled, basically that left her with no income. So that's the long and the short of the conversation we're having, Princess, if you want to just jump in now.
Okay, thank you. Like I would say, mine is from a different perspective since I run a non-profit organization, but I want to agree with you that having run the non-profit organization for 9 years now, it has created a lot of income streams for me that runs into 6 figures, and so I totally agree with you that your interaction with other people, bringing business to other people can actually expand your income stream. I've been a beneficiary of that. Meeting different people through the network has given me consultancy way into $250,000 consultancy and etc. Yes. So when you bring other people into your business, it can expand your business opportunities. It can really, really expand your income. So there are certain things that expand your business, but does not expand your income. But there are certain things that your income expands, but your business still remains at the size that it is. So for me, I've enjoyed a lot of income expansion through one, EPBWN consultancy. Secondly, from the niche project, our publishing house. Thirdly, from the summit, where products and advertisement are sometimes made through sponsorship. So yes, multiple income can be attained when you have other people contributing, or you extend business opportunity to other people.
Right. Yes.
It
And
comes back to
that's absolutely the way it goes. And by the way, you can do this for a philanthropic adventure, which is why I founded a separate We Empower Africa. And that way I can actually continue my philanthropic efforts with using the same exact platform. So I have, go to weempowerafrica.com and you'll see, in fact, I should bring it up if I can. I mean,
Bettina, the link wasn't working the other day. The donate link wasn't working the other day.
Okay, let me go to We Empower Africa really quick.
And I just have one more question before I have to jump off. I got to get ready.
Okay.
Well, actually, I have to cook dinner and then I have another meeting. So it's my week to cook dinner and then I have to go to another meeting. So
okay,
I'm gonna have to jump off in a few minutes. But the donate button, the GoFundMe under the GoFundMe wasn't working.
And were you on We Empower Africa or
Yes. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I will check this out right now and see what's going on. So this is We Empower Africa. And the long and the short of all of that is that I started working with Romeric Nadiri out of the Ivory Coast and West Africa. And he introduced me to a ton of people. And I realized that I needed to brand a brand that was more in tune with Africa, the continent of Africa, and that also I could host my GoFundMe operation to fund young Sarah, and her story is here. And so this is the button you were saying wasn't working?
The donate, yeah. It gave like it did that.
I will find out what's going on there because apparently you want to make a donation. So thank you for that. This poor baby had 3rd and 4th degree burns. This is going to be a very long recovery. And just last night, I sent a bunch of money to get him into the hospital to get seen. And Paul Maburu, who's a member of the We Empower You community, was able to rush over and get the baby to the hospital. So whether you're doing philanthropy or you're doing business, this platform works. So I just need to get that button working.
Okay, I just have one more question before I have to jump off.
Yes.
So just so I can kind of understand the We Empower platform. So if you join the member, you become a member of the platform and you get this the whole website package, or your customized website. Is that
right?
My understanding?
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, so you're assuming say I didn't have a business, which I do, but say I didn't have a business. So I could take this website as is with a little few tweaks and market the website. So I'm marketing the website.
You're marketing the membership.
Marketing the membership. Okay.
And and if you have an interest in putting your secret sauce to it, whether that be coaching or you have a book or you have a service or that you're thinking that you're going to want to do, you just blend it together. And then when you get someone interested in your service, they get the membership. So instead of just buying your product or service one time, they're buying your membership. So every year they renew, you're going to get paid. So I'll give you a perfect example. There was a woman friend of Lee's who I know, Dr. Betty, and she came for all of 20 minutes to speak at our first summit in 2020. She brought in several members at that time. And then she also brought in some people who bought something else from us and we paid commission on that. So she made about over $2,400, about $2,500 in the initial round. The very next year, 2 of those members stayed. So she made another $1,600. And then this year, she's made already another $800. So she came in 20 minutes and she's still making money on the members that continue to be part of the membership. And so even if, let's say, all of them roll off, she's made over $4,000 and she was here for 20 minutes, literally 20 minutes. She went away not for bad reasons. She actually got offered a really nice position in the Chase Bank system. And so it doesn't allow her to have multiple businesses. She has to be very focused within with that. So she had to table everything else. But at the end of the day, that's a really great example of someone who had a bunch of connections and she just invited all the right people. And then 3 of them joined right away. And had she stayed and that's what she did every month, she would have passed me by in income completely. Like she would have just like raced like a Mustang right by me. And I'd be like, what?
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you very much. And
thanks for coming.
So I'll probably, come back again. I'm kind of
and
seeing what's what.
It's so easy, Robbie. Just go to the Just Say Yes, fill out the 2-minute form. You say yes, we say yes. You have 90 days to figure it out. If you never figure it out, you don't lose anything. And if on the 91st day you decide I'm going to pay monthly, it's $186 a month. If you're going to do the $15.99, you can pay it all at one time, or you can have 2 members sign up in that 90 days and then yours is paid for. So that's pretty simple.
Okay.
Made it as easy as we possibly can.
Awesome. Well, thank you. It was a pleasure. Pleasure meeting everyone. And I'll probably jump back on sometime to listen more, just to kind of get a better feel and understanding. So
great.
Thank you.
I'm going to welcome next up to the stage here is I'm going to add Moria Vestin. And Lori had a question before you say hello, Moria. So if you wouldn't mind, Lori, your hand is raised, I should say. Maybe you don't have a question.
Oh, I just want to mention that I met Ingrid through you, and she does a wonderful job. She made it very painless, because that's one of the things I really don't like to do. I don't like to have my photograph taken.
I dare not share another screen because I keep getting snapped off of my.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
But if you wanted to bring up LoriWhaley.com again, then you could show your headshot that you had done that Ingrid did. And it's carried you now for a few years because obviously you haven't had a recent headshot either. So, and then let's see if while you're doing that, let's go ahead and open up Moria. Thank you for returning back. It's been a few weeks since we've seen you.
I know.
What you say,
I've
lady?
had lots going on. I'm good. I came back from a doctor today and had a good result and got a chiropractor treatment and on and on and on and on. So sorry I'm late.
No worries. We take you as long as you make it here. We're going to take you. So since you're last up, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself? You were one of the very first 5 members. I can't remember if you were 3 or 4 or 5. And just to reflect about that story, Moria was asking herself, you know, fixed income. Should I do it? Should I not do it? What can I do to keep, you know, to have this membership? Is it for me? And guess what? She's actually one of the longest standing members that we have with us to this day. So thank you for your continuing to stay. Lori was a founding member as well. Thank you, Lori. So what do you say about yourself? Tell us a little bit. Take 30 seconds on the clock and tell us a little bit more about you.
Well, I keep myself very busy. At 81, I don't want to grow old. I want to stay feeling like 60. So I go dancing when I can, and I go for walks or exercise every day. And I try to write at least once a week with another friend and stuff. And I love starting out a 15 or 20-minute writing session, both of us with the same first line, and because it always fascinates me how differently we go and what different directions, and it's very fun. So I manage to keep myself very occupied. I don't like to miss anything in my life, so I look here and there and everywhere and enjoy whatever I experience.
And you're an expert in nonviolent communication. Nonviolent communication is a field that I've studied as well. And it's so important in my life to be able to communicate effectively with people and not get too triggered or Twitter-pated, as I call it. And my saying is, I'm here to make dreams, or excuse me, memories, not nightmares. So I try to avoid all of these conversations that would spin out into orbit. So thank you for helping me to do that really well. So that's all I have for you guys tonight. And I would love for you to all come back next week. This is Bettina Carey on the WeEmpowerYourLife.com website. We empower you, the global community. Go to WeEmpowerYourLife.com, click on that calendar tab, get the Zoom details, and join us on Wednesdays, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'd love to have you back. Don't forget to sign up for the Zoom details for the summit. Click on the summit tickets tab and join us for a 12-hour marathon day where we feature 36 speakers on the day, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and some for about 15 minutes, no longer. And we're going to wow you with content, business, leadership, love, life, and health. It is a powerful day, to be sure. We've welcomed over 1,400 guests from around the world in our summits. I believe this is our 10th or 11th one coming up. I stopped counting them at some point. It's kind of like a baby, you know, when you get to about a year, you just start calling them 1 year old. We're there. We're 2.5 years old and we are there. So come and join us. We'd love to have you. Bye for now, everybody. Take care.
What's the date? What's the date?
December the 14th. See you at the summit.
Okay, right.
Thank you.
Great.
Bye.
Have a
Thanks.
lovely-
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.